I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. Mended light. Friends ran for like 200 episodes or something, so many episodes of Friends, and through all of the jokes and through all of the storylines, perhaps the most quoted moment is, "We were on a break!" So here's the idea. Ross, deeply in love with Rachel, has been his whole life ever since he was a teenager. Rachel has not given him the time of the day except for as a friend.
He's her lobster.
And she finally falls in love back with him. They date for a while, things are going well, things aren't going so well, and she says that they should take a break, which he believes means that they're broken up. Like, we're not together anymore, we're on a break. For her, it meant something else. It meant, no, like, we're not dating anybody else, we're just taking a break. So this is an episode of Mended Light that's going to be about communication, intention versus result, and I'm going to react to some of the classic hilarious things that happen in this storyline. And so let's do this.
I didn't think there was a relationship to jeopardize. I thought we were broken up.
We were on a break.
That, for all I knew, could last forever. That, to me, is a break up.
Her and Ross just started yelling at each other.
Wait, why was he yelling at her? He's the one who slept with someone else.
Well, I guess he says that because they were on a break when it happened, that she should have forgiven him by now.
Whoa, he is so unreasonable. God. Although, I think I understand what he means.
Phoebe, hang on a second. Ross wants to tell you something. What? You slept with someone else?
We were on a break. we were. Yeah. Where are you? I'll find you.
You slept with another woman.
Oh, you're one to talk. All right.
Because it's his ex who's a lesbian, so she sleeps with another woman, her wife or her partner. Anyways, okay, before we go any further into this, so let's talk about intention versus result in relationships. And in our communications, very often there's a wide gap between the two, what we are meaning and what the other person interprets. And it's a combination of, did we fail to communicate clearly? Did we assume that they would know what we were talking about? Because it's clear to us, it's clear in our minds, so we kind of landed. It should have been clear to them. But they're arriving at this conversation with their own lenses, with their own preconceived notions, with their own biases. And so what we say gets interpreted through their filter. There's a great book called Made to Stick, and in Made to Stick, it's talking about the idea of making the things that you communicate sticky, so that they last with people forever and they always remember them, right? So they stick in their brain. And in Made to Stick, it talks about the curse of knowledge. The curse of knowledge is that once you learn something, you've forgotten what it was like to not know it. Professors are terribly guilty of this. I mean, the ones who aren't very good. If you've ever had a collegiate professor that you felt was talking above you, and maybe they knew a lot about the subject, but that didn't make them qualified to teach it. Because to teach, you have to take someone from where they are to where you are, step by step. You have to guide them through the learning process. But simply knowing a lot about something doesn't mean that you can teach it. And a lot of professors that I've had are guilty of this, where they just talk to you in a way that you're like, what? I don't get it. So the curse of knowledge is also applicable when it comes to your own viewpoint. You understand exactly what you mean. At any given time, you understand exactly what your intent is and what you're trying to communicate. And so it's crystal clear to you, but the words you're using may not be as clear as you think they are. So Rachel says to Ross, I want to take a break. And it sounds like that's about all she said. Ross heard that as, okay, we're broken up. And that's not what Rachel meant, but they didn't actually have a clarifying conversation to go into the details of what that actually meant. And it led to some hilarity, but also a lot of drama and heartbreak for both of them. Let's keep watching.
James, your cab's ready.
All right, let's go.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you speaking to me or sleeping with someone else?
We were on a break. She wants me to take responsibility for everything that went wrong in our relationship. I mean, she goes on for 5 pages about how I was unfaithful to her. We were on a break!
Oh my God, if you say that one more time, I'm gonna break up with you.
I just wish we hadn't.
Okay, so I think all of us don't want to be at fault. If something goes wrong, we want to see ourselves as the good guy. We want to see ourselves as the person who came in with integrity and did everything they could The issue is that the other person sees themselves that way as well. And they don't want to hold the bag. When he says she went on for 5 pages and she wants me to take responsibility for everything in our relationship, and she says that I was unfaithful. Was he unfaithful? Again, I want to hear in the comments below if you think Ross was unfaithful or not, or if they were actually on a break, does that mean they're not together? But this all came down to miscommunication. This could have easily been resolved by, Ross, I feel like we should take a break. Okay, Rachel, what does that mean exactly? Does that mean we're not seeing each other, we're not kissing, we're not having sex? Okay, I can pretty clearly say that's what that means, but are we seeing other people? Or are we still committed to each other but just taking a breather? What does this look like? Right? But they didn't have that conversation and all this happened.
I just wish we hadn't lost those 4 months. But if time was what you needed just to gain a little perspective.
We were on a break!
Coffee house?
You bet.
I do love that she's taking this moment of closeness to kind of put him in his place, and he just decides he's not going to let it slide. There are many times in your relationship where biting your tongue is the best thing to do. Choosing your battles. Is this worth making my point, making my stand? Because Ross there was acting out of pride. He had Rachel back. And she was happy with him again, and she wanted to be with him. She just wanted him to see or agree that he needed a little perspective. And he didn't agree. He still thinks that she was wrong, which is fine. But is that really the battle that you want to fight? Right? I know in my marriage, and I'm sure Alicia feels the same way, there are times where you just let things slide, where the other person has a perspective that is not yours, and instead of trying to correct them, just let it be. It's okay. Right? This isn't worth losing it over, or losing us over.
Honey, this is not your fault. Just because you guys had a fight does not justify her sleeping with someone.
Well, if she thought they were on a break.
And by the way, it seems to be perfectly clear that you were on a break.
This is fun. Oh, hey, Rach, remember that whole we were on a break thing? Well, I'm sorry. Will you marry me?
Oh, I am so mad, Ross. I don't think I've ever been this angry.
What about the time I said we were on a break?
Oh, I wish we could just not be married for a little bit. You know, I just wish we could be, like, on a break. Then, you know, when you were a baby, you and I used to hang out all the time. 'Cause I was your daddy's girlfriend.
But you're not anymore.
No, I'm not.
Because you guys were on a break.
Hey, we were not.
Okay, so you all get the idea. This is the long-running joke throughout the series. So in your relationships, how do you avoid catastrophic misunderstandings? Take the time to slow it down, right? You know the old adage, ASS, UME, makes an ass out of you and me. Don't assume. Just because your partner said something and you think you're quite clear on what they're saying, doesn't mean you are. Just because you've said something and you think, oh, that's crystal clear, there's no way they can misinterpret this. Trust me, there's a way. Always, 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 especially when it matters, especially when it's a big deal, always, always, always slow down. If I understand you correctly is a great phrase to use. Okay, let me make sure I got this right. You're saying, and then repeat back. You've heard people say this before. You've heard this advice to repeat back what you're hearing in your own words. Most people don't want to do it because it feels like too much work or it feels unnatural, and that's not how people talk. But I promise you, if you practice that, if you apply that, it will save you so much heartache. And the more you do it, the less weird and unnatural it is in your relationship, because it feels like, oh, wow, we are on the same page. Oh, good, they're actually listening, or they're trying to understand where I'm coming from, right? Or, okay, I know I've messed this up before, I don't want to mess it up again, so let me tell you what I'm hearing and you could tell me if this is wrong or right.
Now, what have we agreed?
No more pranks.
And what else?
That you and Daddy were not on a break.
Very good. All right, I promise I'll fix this. I swear I'll talk to her.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's it? You call that a fight? Come on, we were on a break. No, we weren't. What happened to you two?
Wow, he's really not letting.
I do love Just that Phoebe, I mean, that's a great joke, but that Ross and Rachel actually get to a place where they can resolve conflict in a healthy way. Because as you see, they have a disagreement and there is conflict, but it doesn't get ugly and it's not a fight. That's maturity. That's accountability. That's patience and taking the time to understand. I love it when my wife and I have conflict that doesn't get ugly. And that's been more and more, the more we're married, the more we learn how to live together, the more we learn how to work things out in a peaceable way. Like, I love when we have conflict that we just kind of resolve and it brings us closer together. That can be your normal. And part of making that your normal, so we have a course called Fight Less, Connect More. It's an online relationship course that you could take in conjunction with therapy. If you are interested in learning how to better navigate conflict in your relationships, there's a link in the description to schedule a complimentary 15-minute consultation with a member of my team. And they can get the ball rolling on teaching you how to do that little thing right there where the conflict is just beautifully resolved.
Let's go, is he? Oh, God, how long do you think that's gonna last?
Well, I don't know. You got over the we were on a break thing really quickly.
And that's why, no matter what Mommy says, we really were on a break. Yes, we were. Yes, we were.
It's you and me, all right? This is it.
This is it. Unless we're on a break. Don't make jokes now.
Aw. And it is true, you can get to a point in your relationship where things that were ugly and awful can be things that you laugh about. Friends was a great show. Good times. This has been Friends Gets Therapized. Now, if you enjoyed this breakdown of a sitcom relationship, check out Jim and Pam Get Therapized. That's actually a real tearjerker, so buckle up, but you know you want it. As always, like, subscribe, click the bell so you're notified every single time a video drops from Mended Light, and keep shining because we need your light. And here it comes. Here's the Jim and Pam video. When Kevin's like, Pam Beasley and Jim, PB and J. Oh, what a waste. What a waste.